Welcome to another California Psychics Live. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. We already have so many comments coming in. I am Carly. I will be your moderator for the next hour, and I am with Psychic Marin. Marin, how are you doing?
Hello, everybody. Oh, this weekend just went by too fast. I know we're still hanging on to this last holiday, but it went by very fast for me.
Yes, happy Labor Day to everyone. I was about to say Memorial Day. Happy Labor Day to everyone. I can't believe it's already the end of summer. Can you believe? I feel like we just started 2021. I feel like we're still in 2020. I don't know where the time has gone.
I agree.
But for anyone that has not been to one of our lives, a few ground rules are we are going to try to get through as many people as possible. That means if you could please be very specific with your questions. If you're asking about a crush or a loved one, make sure you use their first name. Also, if you are asking about a deceased loved one, again, making sure you use their first name. It helps Marin attach on way faster, and we can get through as many people as possible. And we're not going to be answering any legal questions or medical questions, nothing about court cases or illnesses or pregnancy. Those are not on the table for today, but anything about your career or your family or who you're going to marry, those type of questions, those are all up for grabs. And the last 15, 20 minutes, we're going to do rapid fire tarot card pulls. So maybe you don't have, or maybe you have a question that you're not comfortable typing out for everyone. You can just say, can I have a love card? Or can I have a career card? Or just a general card? And Marin will pull a card for you and interpret it depending on the topic or just how she sees it. And those are super fun. So stay tuned for the entire time. And Marin, is there anything I missed out on? I kind of went through all the rules. Anything I missed?
I think you did a fantastic intro. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. It's gosh, I think it's been almost a month since I've been here, so I've missed everyone. I'm happy to be back. This is something I enjoy doing, and welcome. And especially for those that are tuning in for the first time, welcome.
Awesome. Okay, I will get started with our first question. Okay. This is from Linda. She says, I am texted Jack. Do you see us being together in a relationship? My name is Linda from North Carolina.
Hi, Linda. Yes, timeline. So you need to hear that it's the second week of November when this relationship starts to slowly develop, but I'd rather even direct you more towards January. That's when I feel like this is going to be a consistent, labeled relationship. November is when he starts creeping into your life. By January, early January is when you're pretty happy. So I think that's pretty much all that I heard in the question. Just don't let the slow pace of this discourage you. So thank you, Linda.
And then our next question is from Francesca. My husband, Brian, and I are separated. Will we go through with the divorce, or will he ask to come back and restore our marriage?
This is going to be a long road ahead, and they're saying that it already has been. You are going to have the divorce delayed or postponed, continued legally, and it's not going to be dismissed until September of next year. They're very clear. September of next year is when it's dismissed. You guys make the decision in August that you're going to stick together. I don't see you back in the same home consistently trying until February, early February next year. So I think the heartache that I'm feeling of the roller coaster of the ups and downs, that's going to continue. And especially throughout holiday time this year, that's going to continue. Hang on to the early February timeframe. That's when he starts to come back. And by August, you'll be taking that divorce off calendar.
Thanks. Right now we have 111 people watching. I love that number, 111. It's going to be a great rest of the hour. I can feel it. And thank you all that are watching, like Kelly Price and Anna Kursick and Melissa Lynn and Shelly A and Alexis Again, thank you all for joining us. We're going to keep rolling with the questions, and our next one is from Shelly A. She says, "Hi, I'm working on pursuing a career in music. What do you see in store for me?"
Yes, you are. And you're doing that in conjunction with something else. So I want to say, like, don't quit the day job. You're going to be doing both. Like, there's part-time aspects of this until you have almost 11, 12 months. So you've got just a little bit over a year. A lot of what you're going to be doing is more private, like, I guess you would call them jingles, like private stuff. I'm not seeing the finances coming in consistently with full songs, full album, and your own name. I'm seeing it as like private opportunities. And that's going to seem like that's not really where your heart is or exactly where you want to pursue your career in music, but it's the connection. So I would say, don't overlook these little opportunities for some jingles or commercials or people that are going to meet with you and build that relationship. And later, those are the doors that are going to open when it comes to more private work. So about 12 months is when I see those opportunities for you to have the bigger projects.
Got to start somewhere. This is from Vanessa. "Hello, Marin. I love your reading so much. You're amazing. Can you please tell me about me and Tom's relationship?" So anything about her and Tom and their relationship.
Okay. You guys are headed into a little, and thank you for all of those kind words. And now I'm sorry to kind of disappoint you because I just get this dip in energy. I get this lull. It's kind of this calm, like regrouping, regenerative period for him. I just feel like it's kind of dwindling, especially throughout late September, October, and then really strong again in November. So this is more of just a personal, like, wow, I just need to collect my thoughts. I'm tired. I'm not feeling as eager or wanting to have dates and as active in this relationship, but his heart's still in this. And so I don't want you feeling concerned. Don't question personally, am I doing something wrong or is he upset with me? No. I think you know that. It's just a time for him to regroup after, I'm assuming, like just chaos with work, because what they're showing me is there's no sense of personal time with him right now. So by November, late November, it's going to start feeling a lot better.
Nice. Brenda asks, "Will things between me and Hassam get better? We had a conflict a few days ago."
Unfortunately, that conflict is not going to be resolved, because now what I'm seeing is that he's going to a male friend of his and reliving the whole situation and talking to him. And it's kind of like the peanut gallery that's got their input and talking. And he's very defensive. First of all, he doesn't like being criticized. He doesn't like to admit if he's wrong. And I get this deflection of not wanting to assume any responsibility in this. So it ends up, unfortunately, being something that's just kind of swept under the rug. And by about a week, things are less contentious, but it's not over yet. So don't be surprised if you get the cold shoulder when you're trying to reach out to him in the next couple days.
And Angelica wants to know, am I meant to be with Ben, Matt, or someone else long-term?
Someone else long-term. And the reason why I know that is because when you gave me those names, they go in one ear and out the other. They're not even sticking. And the gentleman that I'm getting is involved with academics. It's something that I feel like you're meeting him within his career field, either a professor or something on an administrative level. He's taller and leaner, like very tall. So I think that's a defining characteristic that you're going to be able to identify him with. Taller, leaner, slightly darker complected. But I don't know how this will help you, but his sister is a hairdresser. So that might be a link in how you know of him. But 6 more weeks is when you meet this person. The other two gentlemen that you gave me the names of, they're still around you. They're still going to reach out, or there'll be communication. But this other gentleman is the one that I'm seeing that's really going to just pique your interest and kind of firework connection initially. So I draw you towards that.
Whenever you said the hairdresser situation, it reminded me of a rom-com, and now I'm just wanting to watch all of the romantic comedies.
Oh.
Next one is from Kev Harvey. Hi, will my twin flame Marina talk to me soon? Thank you.
I'm counting the days. I'm counting the days. I feel like it's 2 more days late in the evening. I think that the bigger issue that I'm trying to understand in such a rapid fire amount of time is, like, why is she dodging this? Like, why does she just want to be left alone? The other thing I'm also seeing is that there's a trip for her where she's planning with like 3 or 4 girls. And she just, I should have clarified that, women, ladies. And it's like she's in this total independent bubble. She really is wanting to be more of left alone or wants support from friends. And so you're going to constantly keep feeling like you're being pushed away and pushed away. The relationship is just in a dry spell right now. So I would encourage that you do something more so to distract yourself throughout the month of September, so you don't take this so personally, because you're going to just want to question what's going on. And I think that she's consistent and stable in this relationship, nothing to worry about, but she's just kind of bored and has these new friends and wants to spend time with them. And that's where her attention is going to be for the majority of this month.
Nice to know. Lots of choices going on today. So Christina wants to know, hi, I'm single. Do you see something with Andre, Anthony, or someone else? Thank you.
Okay, give me just 1 second, because I'm trying. You're familiar. I've seen you before. I've read for you before, because you're familiar and you're showing me images. I'm already 6 months out, and I keep seeing you. This is going to be really hard. You've got a soul connection with both of these people. And I see you just vacillating, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. The stronger of these connections that I see within that past life, or that soul connection, is with Andre. But I just see that you can't shake this other opportunity, and you keep going back and forth. Like, boy, if you were my best friend, I'd sit you down and say, no choice is a wrong choice, but you've got to pick a side. You've got to choose, because you're this yo-yo back and forth, and this could go on for months. So pick a. I would direct you towards Andre if you really want me to help you in making that choice, just because I feel like that is the stronger of the 2 connections. But pick a side and stick to it.
Whew, that's a tough one, but I'm glad you were able to steer her in a direction.
And in the limited amount of time that we have too, that's what's sometimes limiting with this platform, where on the phone I could go into a lot of details of why I would advise that. But for the sake of time, stick with Andre. Call me if you want more details.
And that is a good segue into, can you let people know your upcoming availability so they can try to get in your queue? And I know it's going to fill up fast, so giving everyone enough chance to get in there.
And unfortunately, guys, I have an event tonight, and so I'm sorry I can't be on tonight, but I am going to have 7-8 hours on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning. So I've got lots and lots of hours this week. So you will definitely be able to find a spot for talking to me or make an appointment.
Perfect. And if for any chance that Marin's queue is all filled up, we have plenty of wonderful psychics on the line. You can get a chat reading. You can get a phone call reading. For any of you that don't know, a chat reading is pretty much like a text message. You don't have to be on the phone. It can be really, really fast. It can be discreet. You can do it, in your office or right before you go to bed. It's really easy and pretty fun, and it gives you a log. So that way, all the juicy information that you get, you don't have to be furiously writing it down like you would be on a phone call. You have a log, and you can email it to yourself, so you can go back and read those timelines. So if you haven't tried a chat reading, try one of those out. But if not, phone calls are just as great as well. And we got about 140 people now in there, just pouring in still. So we have, thank you, Rachel, Saparis and Angela Sass and Jack O'Connor and Lisa Vigil and LaDonna George and Stephanie McKinley and Mawish Nasir. All of you, thank you so much. And we'll get to the next question because I know all of you here are just dying to get your questions answered. Sorry. There's a lot of generic ones, so I want to remind everyone to please use first names if you have questions about a specific person, and try to keep your questions very specific instead of just, can you tell me something? That one might take a little bit longer than we have. This is from Jeannette. She says, hi, Marin. Do you see me buying a house in the near future?
I sure do, except you are not going to get the house that you were intending to purchase in November. You end up, it feels really heartbreaking, really disappointing, and I'd rather just direct you towards January. With the end of the year, holidays, chaos, all that going on, you just feel like you found the most perfect home. It's a 2-story home. It's a little bit older. You can put your personal touch on it. And the house is just, the location, everything about it is so much better than the house that ends up falling through in November. So don't be discouraged. You close escrow in February. You find the home in January.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Ashley Vance says, hi, Marin. I'm wanting to know what I can expect moving forward with this guy named Kenya. When do you see us being in a relationship?
I see you being in a relationship in less than a month. Like by the very end of September, you're already having these conversations. I never see this actual label of him saying, will you be my girlfriend? Like, it's just gonna feel like it's very assumed, and you're talking about it being exclusive by early October. So this is going to actually be much faster than I think you realize. Gosh, what else can I tell you in this quick amount of time? It's very intense. And then after December, it starts to plateau a little bit more. And I wouldn't worry about that. That's him just getting really comfortable, settling in. And what's also going to surprise you is he actually starts talking about moving in sooner. And that's going to be a little bit of a yellow flag to you, or make you feel like, is this too much, or is he encroaching on my territory because it's moving in with you? I feel like that's probably not in your best interest in jumping in that soon for the live-in situation. But the relationship itself does look very good. He's extremely charismatic. I see a lot of nightlife with the two of you, despite just pandemic stuff. That's not phasing you. You guys still make the most of it. You've got a lot of nightlife and going out, and it's just such a saving grace to you. He's a bright, very happy, big smile, lots of energy, totally in support of this relationship.
Nice. And I think it's Milo. Hi, will I find a different higher paying job, or will I stay with my current job? If possible, please and thank you.
Okay. The resistance that I'm getting is there's a relocation required. And so I don't want to talk in terms of like definite or no, you can't find another job. It's just what you keep running into is this feeling that I've got to relocate or I've got to move. And there is an opportunity that's in 3 more months that they're showing me, big city, very creative. Like, your calling and your passion needs to be much more in design and art and music. And I keep getting like decorating and design. So I'm not sure if you're involved with galleries or if you're involved in designing for artists or musicians, but it's an extremely creative field and they're needing you to relocate for that. So just a hair over 3 months is when I see this position. That's like, this is the dream job for you, but you've got to move.
Very interesting. And this is just a question that I'm going to answer real quick from Marley. Marley, we are live right now. I know YouTube is a little it's hard to tell sometimes if you're live, and we get questions after the fact a lot of times on these videos. So Marla, we are live in this moment right now. I saw you just comment this a minute ago, so I wanted to call that out for you. All you do is you put your question in the chat. I'll look for you now that I saw you come in. Be very specific, and we'll see if we can get that question answered for you. And then Arkisha says, hello, is Henry coming back so we can mend our relationship?
Oh, sweet Henry. He is. He's coming back, and he's coming back with his tail between his legs and feeling remorseful. And the best thing about this is that he's actually really good with words and communicating. And even though he doesn't have a lot of real legitimate excuses, he's so transparent and open and just telling you, like, I'm feeling lost right now, but I still want a relationship. Will you take me back? Like, it's so warm and fuzzy. Timeline is early October. I get I'd like to minimize any hopes of communication this month. October is when I see that. By the end of October, you're face to face. And that's when it's starting.
Nice. Rob Lemons, I'm not sure if their real name is Rob, but should I stay being a teacher or pursue a career as an actor?
Oh, goodness gracious. Give me 1 second, because that's 3. I can only imagine how impacted your career is with the pandemic and with all of the adjustments you've had to make. And I'm sure that you'd love to be able to switch gears right now, but they're saying 3.5 years. You've still got 3.5 years. And boy, that's a discouragement, but please don't let that bring you down. It's just, until you can do this full time and have an income that is consistent and reliable, you've got 3.5 years still. And I see you trying and keep going back, trying. And this is going to be one of those career paths for you where you have to be 200% devoted in order to have those opportunities at the last minute. Because what I see you getting is a lot of these last minute. 3.5 years is when you can make that career leap and successfully, financially, have a career in the acting field. But for now, you're sticking with this.
Yeah, teachers, that's a tough one right now with everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
This next one, I'm not sure if it's enough information, but I thought I'd try. What does my manager Kay feel about me? This is from D.
No, that's okay, because I can, at least I can start to get an image, and I can start to see. I don't want to say jealous, but I definitely feel like there's a little bit of a tension here, and that tension feels like the expectation is very high, or that personal demands that are being placed on you, or there's just this little bit of tension that I'm seeing. And I feel like this person will never be satisfied, or never be content, or never be happy. So if you're feeling like there's judgment, or if you're feeling like, why am I being criticized, or why is she always watching me, or why am I being targeted? I think that there's a lot of similarities in your approach and style and work ethic, and what she sees in you is kind of familiar, but she's grinding you. Like there's just this I keep getting this image of this woman that is just nitpicking at you and grinding at you. I'm hoping that that's the person that we can identify as Kay. And I know you need to be discreet, but that's the person that's coming through. And that's the person that I feel like you've got to just learn to let that roll back and not take it personal, because there's a lot of her own emotions that are being projected onto you.
Marisol says, hi, my name is Marisol. Will a meeting happen between myself and Lorenzo?
Yes. Very interesting how this was phrased, though, because I don't see it as so much of like a meeting. It feels like more of a date, or more of like an intention to clear up personal feelings and resolve tension. on a romantic level. So yes, you will be meeting, but there's a whole lot more that's going to be unveiled from this initial conversation that leads to more and more what I call dates. And they're showing that mid-October is when that starts.
Nice. And then a reminder, because I know people come in and out of these, no legal or health questions that includes pregnancy. We've gotten a couple of those. So I just want to say I'm not ignoring you. We just can't answer those type of questions. Our next one is from Shaquinta. Any love coming in this year for me?
Yes. Yes. And gosh, you are also somebody that is familiar. There's two situations, and I don't want to confuse you. I'm going to talk really fast. There's somebody from your past that's coming in also around the same time that you're meeting somebody new in late October. Go with the new guy, but there's some sort of sense of closure or some reason why this other person coming in from your past, you still need to hear from, you need to talk to, you even need to meet face to face and have this conversation. But it's the new person that I see you actually starting the relationship with end of October.
Nice. Michelle says, hi, Marin. I've recently started talking to Billy. Was going well, now suddenly seems distant. Will I hear from him again? What's going on?
Yes, you will definitely hear from him again. This unfortunately shouldn't surprise you because this is just so par for the course for him. This is how he is. He wants a relationship. He wants companionship, but he doesn't want the responsibility of merging lives and living together. And you will have this back and forth with him. If you allow yourself to get more comfortable with that routine of the back and forth, he won't feel as guilty. And I just see this evolving, and it's still going to take you about a year before he's at any point of thinking that he could be living with you or even live with you for a week and then go home or kind of do this back and forth. But this is one of those relationships that I'd rather you look at as like a 5-year plan that we're going to be together, and little by little we get closer and we spend time together on and off, because he's going to need that acclimation period to get comfortable to change his life. He's kind of a loner and he's stuck in his ways, and he's very clear in understanding that I don't want to be alone and I want a relationship, but I also like my privacy. So how do I make it work? He just needs to see the slow transition, and you've got several years before you're going to be living together.
Interesting. And before we go to the next question, I just wanted to point out our promo code. So new customers, if you've never gotten a reading with California Psychics before, first I would say, oh my goodness, you're missing out. Second, then you should use this promo code. So use the promo code LIVE5. It's about to come back on the screen right now. LIVE5. When you create an account, you'll get $5 added to your account when you purchase your first package. So that's $5 extra so you can have a few extra minutes with your favorite psychic. And if you also sign up for our Karma Rewards program, which is a free loyalty program, you get $20 added to your account. So that's $5 from Live5. Sign up for Karma Rewards. That's $20, 25 extra dollars to get your first reading. And Karma Rewards is also an awesome program. You get points for every time you read with a psychic. You can put your favorite psychics in your psychic circle and get bonus points for that. So you can add Marin to your psychic circle, and every time you have a phone call with her, you get extra points. We have a Karma Rewards Day once a month where you get sometimes 2, 3, 4 times the amount of points on those days when you get readings. So it really pays off. You can get free readings in no time with all the points that you can rack up. So I highly recommend it. New customers, use the promo code LIVE5 to get $5 added to your account when you purchase your first package. And existing customers are, we love you. We always have promos. So keep your app open for anything that might be coming your way. Some promos that are specifically for our loyal customers. And back to the questions.
All right.
Sophia, she says, hi, Marin. I'm 61 and haven't been so lucky in love. Do you see me finding my last love, and when, please? Thank you.
I'd say that that's a pretty accurate statement. You're being really honest with yourself, and you haven't been so lucky in love just because you have a huge heart. You love hard, and I think it's been hard for you to just dial in and choose somebody that doesn't have flaws or problems, and you just want to love, and you get in over your head. And I think that you've learned to have a better layer of discretion, and sometimes a little judgment may be necessary for you to avoid these mistakes and these patterns of you just falling in love and wanting to be with people that have lifestyle choices that aren't going to be compatible with yours. So that filter that you've now adopted is going to serve you well. You're going to continue to go through opportunities of relationships. You're looking at May of next year when I see finally a suitable partner, but I would continue to encourage you to keep screening with this intense filter because it's working or will work for you. Even though you're going to feel like, gosh, shouldn't I give him a chance? If you want to keep repeating the same mistakes, that's what's going to happen. So keep with the filter. Early May is when I see that suitable partner, and he's about 4 years older than you. So don't let that concern you either. He's very healthy, a lot of similarities, a lot of travel. Early May is when I see you meeting that person.
Nice. And then we're halfway through, so we're going to spend about 15 more minutes asking very specific questions, and then we'll get into the rapid fire tarot card pool. So everyone stay tuned till the end because we'll be pulling a lot of cards for y'all. And Stephanie asks, will me and Jackal get back together, or will someone else come for me? Jackal. Will Jackal reach out to me and try to talk, or should I move on? If so, when will I hear back from him?
Okay. What's happening right now is I'm reading you, I just get in and out, in and out, in and out. It's going to be maddening. I would rather save you a tremendous amount of heartache and encourage that when he starts coming back into your life, that you take it with a grain of salt. I don't see the loyalty. I don't see the focus. I feel like he's got one eye open, one eye focused on you, and you're just never going to feel valued in this situation. It's not the tension or bickering or that you can't get along. It's that you aren't going to feel like you can trust him, or you're never going to get this sense that he's really committed and in this. That's going to go on for months if you let it. So I'd encourage you continue looking elsewhere and know that it's going to hold on. Timelines: January, February, March, April. I'm all the way up to April before I see you meeting somebody that ends up becoming a relationship, and it'll be so much better than you chasing this bouncing ball with him coming back and forth in your life.
Sometimes it's good to know up front. Yeah. Salome should I trust either Mo or Daryl to be taking serious for a relationship, or will there be someone new? Lots of questions like this.
Yeah. I love the connection with Mo, but it feels like your stronger connection is with Daryl. And give me 1 second because I'm trying to see. As far as trustworthiness and the loyalty, I see that with Mo. I'm just feeling like, is the attraction not there? Is the sexual chemistry not as strong? Or from your point of view, I'm reading it, it just feels like something's missing just a little bit. But if you gave him more time, I see you feeling more impressed with his character, and that is the more loyal relationship. So I direct you towards Mo. And let me see. Hold on. Jake. There's one more person, and I believe it's either Jake or Jacob. There's one more gentleman also seen that I just wanted to put that name out there so you know there's this one man coming in, but I still see the strongest connection out of everybody being with Mo.
Dale says, will I meet a companion soon, and do I know him already?
Give me just 1 second. There's somebody that I see you meeting that is like a retired musician that still does occasional events. But he was also a carpenter by trade, and I feel like you're going to know of him or know something about him through the musician label, which was why I gave that to you first. Let me get, I'm not being given a name. 2 more months timeline wise. It's going to be just this instant connection. I don't see you meeting this person either online. This is through a mutual friend that's suggesting this person or knows of this person. And they're the ones kind of playing matchmaker for you. So no, I don't think you know him, but it's kind of that feeling of, oh yeah, I think I know that guy, or I recognize the band or the name or the event. Like there's some little familiarity, but no, you don't personally know him well. So you're just a hair over 2 months.
Exciting. Kelsey or Kelsey says, hi there. Can I ask you if me and Riley doing good by each other as a couple enough to succeed together forever?
Yes. He's just a little timid. And I think that that's totally just because it's such a serious relationship. There's a little hint of just an immaturity or a little bit of fear. But as far as the love and the loyalty, like you guys are just 2 peas in a pod. So I think it's just the maturity that's holding him back as far as marriage and commitment on that level. But, that's in the cards for you within a 2-year time frame. I'll say that without giving away any surprises.
Let's see. Misty says, hi, Marin. Will Jared and I get engaged?
Okay, time to January. It is right after New Year's. It's not, so they want you to know it's not going to be on New Year's. And if there's some sort of plan or trip or something where you think that could be it, not it. It's right afterwards. So beginning of next year, you will be very happy.
That is too funny. I remember whenever I knew like a time frame that I was probably going to get engaged, every little moment, like a vacation or every little thing, I was like ready for it. And it was not really
and I always think about that when I read for people that I see the partner on the other side trying to make this surprise and this plan, and I don't want to spoil it for the person, yet they want to know. And yeah, I find myself caught in that situation a lot.
Yeah, I love surprises, so it was good. So yeah, but I also understand people that are like, I just need to know, prepare themselves. This is from Cheyenne. Will Donnell offer me commitment soon, and will he be open about his feelings?
He will be open with his feelings in about 3 more weeks, but you're going to have to be the one to offer or bring up the subject of commitment or put those words out there for him to validate and say, yes, we're exclusive. Like, I view this as a relationship where I'm exclusive. I'm only with you. And I hope that that's reciprocated. Like, then he can fill in the blanks and he can agree, but he's just not somebody that's, he just feels like a bundle of nerves talking about emotions and feelings. And so if you want that validation, you want that knowledge, then I would guide that conversation, and then you'll feel much more secure in the relationship. Otherwise, if you're waiting for him, it's almost comical, because it gets to a point where you'll be waiting till December for him to validate this. And it's pretty obvious by then. It'll be obvious by even late September, early October, but I'd still have that conversation if that label's really important to you.
Nice. Elaine says, who is a better fit for me, Dennis or Eric?
Oh gosh, this is tough. Oh my gosh, boy. The connection with Dennis is fun and playful, and he feels more childlike and high energy, and there's less responsibility, there's less consistency. Yet when I'm looking at Eric, it shows me somebody that's more focused and more organized and more structured. if I'm looking at this long term, I do feel like Dennis would be the better partner, because just that vitality, keeping you young, keeping you high energy. You are an organized person. You are structured and disciplined, and those are things that you can do for yourself. And boy, I hope these guys aren't watching for some reason, because I was hurting their feelings. But out of the two, I definitely feel like Dennis is the one that's just going to give you that vitality that you can't create yourself. That's a tough, oh my gosh, my heart goes out to you, because that's a tough one. That one stumped me a little.
And Lori says, hi, Marin. Will Mike and I continue to move forward in our relationship? It's complicated.
It is complicated, but not that complicated, because, and people present these situations to me all the time. And one thing that I am so gifted with is the ability to look at a situation and see if it's a problem that exists within the relationship, or if it's a problem that's just a circumstantial problem, issues going on in their life, lots of change, career, COVID situations. In your case, this is not a personal problem. This is a situation where, I'm sorry, I meant to say this is not a relationship problem that exists between the two of you. This is a situation where he's just going through one thing after another after another. So you don't even know who this identity of this person is. And you're just having to keep plugging along and growing with him. And I want to say, like, it's not him, it's not his fault. It's something where you're just along for the ride right now. So you don't have a relationship problem. You have a guy that's got so many problems, and those are brought into the relationship. That's the complication, but the love's there. The desire to be with you is there. And early spring next year is when a lot of this starts to dissipate. But I see a lot of family issues and connections starting to resolve, and him being more focused and more committed to you. So look around early spring next year, when you'll feel like it's more exclusive and private, and we really are here, and I guess just not so much noise and so many people involved in your relationship.
That's a tough one too. A couple more regular questions. Lola says, is Peter coming back to me?
Peter comes back to you, but I don't see this resulting in a relationship. And in about 2-3 more months, I feel like I hear your voice saying, you know what, I'm glad I received the closure that was necessary, but I thought I may want this. I don't, and I'm glad. So yes, you will have that last conversation that brings you closure. But hold on, give me 1 second. 2, 3. He's going to come back a third time. So it's going to be in the months of November and December. And by December, you're really clear that this is not the partner for you.
Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over to cards now. And then quick refresher for everyone. You can still ask a question if you want, and we can pull a card for it. But if you just want to be more general, like you don't want to use someone's name, you don't even want to ask the specific question, you can say, can I have a general card, or a card about love, or about my relationship or my career? Marin will pull a card and interpret that card depending on what the topic is. And everyone just start getting in your questions. Okay, here they come. For a second, I thought we weren't getting any, but my computer just froze for a second. They are rapidly coming in.
Okay.
What were we going to say?
I said, I am ready.
And Marzana says, a love card for me and Alvin, please.
Okay. 3 of Cups. This is not a card that represents so much of that soul connection. Rather, it represents a lot of socializing, coming together, fun, party times, closeness, and not that 3's a crowd. So I don't want you thinking like what's that? Sometimes people interpret this as, is there another person involved? Are there 3 people in the relationship? But in this case, I'm not picking that up. I just see that it's more social community time, coming together, lots of fun.
Nice. Over from Marley, who had a question earlier about how it all worked. But Marley says, a love card, please. Will Matthew and I have a long future?
Thank you, Marley. Three of Wands. This is a toughie, and welcome. Thank you for coming. And I hope this doesn't scare you off, because this is a card of you're not sure, you're still soul searching, you're still conflicted. I can look beyond this card and look at timelines and say I still see you together, but I wish that I didn't see this unsettling feeling of you just in this thought and process of, is it the relationship for me? Is he the one? I'm still thinking about this. I think you're going to feel this way for almost 6-7 more months before you really feel solid in this relationship. And what I mean by that is that he's now consistent, that he's not back and forth. Mm-hmm. Three of Wands, if you want to look this up and read a little bit more about what the definition of this card is. But I see you having a long future ahead. I just wish it wasn't such an unsettling feeling for the next 6 months.
Marianne says, apartment card, please.
Okay. Boundaries. Oh, gosh. Marianne, let me just see images and who this is with. I'm trying to see if I can get an image of somebody. Do you have a male suitor, somebody that's interested in you, somebody that's come in knocking on your door, somebody that you don't want knocking on your door? This is the Seven of Wands, which is a card of boundaries, and you need to stand your ground. So I get an image of a darker complected man. I think he might be Italian or Hispanic, that's just going to be knocking on your door, kind of trying to get your attention.
Interesting. Jennifer says, hi, Marin, a career card, please. Do you see a promotion at work soon?
Okay. The World, this is a great card. This card shows that you've got it all. Promotion is not until January, though, for you, timeline-wise, but this is showing that after that promotion, you've got the perfect balance, the four corners, all grounded in balance. This card is one of the better cards in the tarot that represents that you've got it all. You're very blessed.
Nice. Maritza says, a love card, please.
Okay. This is the card of strength. This is one of the major arcana cards, but however, it's reversed. In an upright position, this card would represent that maybe you can approach a situation with a little bit more of a caress or tenderness instead of being forceful. It's reversed. So in your situation, you might need to be more direct and more forceful and not so tender and nurturing and loving, because if you need information, if you want answers, if you need more clarity or reassurance in a relationship, you're going to need to be more forceful and direct in this situation, or find that strength and power to kind of stand up for yourself.
Interesting. Lisa says, a general card pool, please.
Hey, Lisa. You have the Six of Pentacles, and this is showing money coming in and money going out. It's a nice, healthy flow and balance of money. And this person is in such a financial position that he can give to those that are less fortunate. And so if you're in that financial position, you might want to consider who can you help out as that money and that abundance continues to keep coming in. Keep that flow going by donating or helping out those that are a little less fortunate or in need right now.
Oh, I like that card.
Yeah.
Stephanie says, can I have a love card, please?
You sure can, Stephanie. The Sun. Oh, gosh, we just talked a lot about this card the last few months with the summer solstice. But today, this card often depicts like brand new opportunities. So if you are looking for love, love is on the horizon. New love, new opportunity, change. This is a card of just a lot of growth, potential for growth. And in the area of love, since this is what you were asking about, I think that you will be blessed.
Danigella says, love and marriage card.
Okay. You have the Chariot, and it is, whoa, that jumped right out. Gosh, this is a kind of movement. So the Chariot is momentum and movement and forward progress. The fact that it almost just like leapt out of my hand was kind of funny, but this is a positive card, meaning that some growth or change with relationships and love. If this was reversed, it would mean you're stuck, you're stagnant. This is showing you're headed in the right direction. And I don't get an image of anybody to be able to give much more. So if you're looking for love or waiting for love, this would still be interpreted as a good sign that you're headed towards that.
Nice. Kim wants a card on life. Life card, please.
You got the Seven of Pentacles, and this is a calming card. This is a serene card. This is a card that says you're at a certain stage in your life where perhaps now's a good time to stop and reflect and see how your garden of life is growing. Do you want to tend to things? Do you want to manicure things? Do you need to cut things out? Do you need to fertilize things a little bit more? What changes do you need to make in your life before things start amping up again and things start getting a little crazy? So use this moment as a period for introspection to see what changes to make in your life.
Nice. We have about 9 more minutes left. Man, this has gone by so fast today. And still plenty of time though, especially when we're doing these cards so quickly. So if you are in the chat still, throw in your question, put a little emoji next to it, and I'll maybe see it better. And tag a friend in the comments, share this. Don't be stingy. Let some other people that might not have never heard of us before, tell them about us. And we'll also be back next week. So let me double check on, yes, next week we will be back on the 13th, then the 20th, we will be doing our tarot live. So tarot live is a little bit different. We won't be on camera, but one of our psychics will be taking over all of our social media channels, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we'll have a post on there that says, you know, comment with your question, and then she'll be spending 1 hour of the day answering as many questions as she can get to. We don't usually get quite as many questions as we do on a video one, so we do typically get to all of them. So be sure to look for that on the 20th. And let's go real quick to Perry. When will I find love?
Oh, Perry, 4 of Cups, and this card. This is interesting. I wish that I could speak to you by phone, because this is saying that you are being stubborn and that love is literally right in front of you and you're just not looking in the right place. This little hand right here is supposed to be representative of like a divine hand or an angel or God reaching out to say, here it is. It's right here in front of you, and your head is just down. You're stubborn. You're not even seeing it. So I wish that I could talk, just because I'd love to help direct you to finding this person, but they're saying it's right there in front of you. Just open your eyes.
Yes. And then for anyone that might not have been on in the beginning, Marin, do you want to tell people when some of your availability will be this week?
Yes, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've got about 8 hours each day, starting around 11 a.m. Pacific time all day, and then Friday morning. So I will be on a lot this week.
Awesome. I bet you people are very excited to hear that. And just as Marin was saying, like, we're getting the tip of the iceberg on some of these questions and having the answers. I'm sure that Marin can go on for a very long time and give you very specific details. Having also the ability to get that affirmation, like, yes, that you're on the right track, and being able for her to ask follow-up questions is really going to help get the most out of your reading. So these lives are wonderful. We love them. Trying to give people a taste about what it is, to get a reading, but a full reading, you can't beat that. So I highly, highly recommend you try to get a reading with Marin or any of our wonderful psychics. in the description of the YouTube video and on the Facebook post, we have a link to Marin's bio where you can schedule an appointment. And you can also get to our website to search for all of the psychics. You can search by type of psychic, whether it's like a dream analysis or a psychic medium, which we haven't got any medium questions this week. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's right. That was a lot last week. Or the
yes.
I was with you guys.
And then you can also type or search up for our psychics by topic, relationship, career, finances, or even ability. People might not know we have pet psychics on here and missing person psychics, and the list goes on and on. So what I'm saying is check out our website because there are plenty of interesting people to get readings with. And then Andrea says, a new baby on the way. Will she or he have a happy relationship with sister Elsie?
Happy relationship with sister Elsie. Two of Wands, which is kind of, it doesn't directly answer that question. But hold on one second. Let me just see what additional information. Sometimes, this is a perfect example. I'm not going to segue off this too long and take up too much time because I know we're running short, but this is a perfect example. If you're sitting at home, if you ask a question, if you draw a card and it just doesn't make sense, you can call in and have a psychic help interpret this for you further. But in this card, what I'm seeing is this relationship between these two people is going to feel like they are always close, despite being very, very independent. And that would be harder to see from this card. This card traditionally is a card that is looking and searching and still waiting for answers and waiting for information. I see this as two people that are very independent in their lives, but have such a strong soul connection. So they won't be two peas in a pod that are always together, but they will be two people that, despite having very, very different lives, will always have that connection and always long for each other and reach out for each other and stay in touch with each other. So as a parent raising them, just know that they have their special connection, yet it feels like it's this distant, estranged relationship. It's a soul connection between the two of them, but very different personalities.
Rasha wants a love card.
Okay. You've got the Emperor, you've got the Emperor, and the Emperor is this very grounded, strong, authoritative gentleman. And they're showing me that this person is in and out of your life. And they said in 4 months, it will be consistent. So this person's already present in your life. The negative aspects and qualities of this is that it can be very critical or judgmental or harsh, but that is just that personality, not that he means harm to you or is insensitive. Time for a couple more.
Let's see. Shaquana says a love card.
Okay. This is a heavier one. We've got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups shows that you are suffering, you're struggling with what the present situation is right in front of you. However, if you just turn around, you'll notice that there are these two cups right behind you that are upright that show there's still hope, there's still potential, but a lot of disappointment and heartache right now.
But that card, I like looking on the positive side. There's hope. There's something coming.
Yep. Just turn around. Different perspective.
Yes. Serena wants a money card, please.
Okay, money card. Six of Cups. So Six of Cups is a type of card that shows the relationship and partnership with an individual. So if you are trying to make money, if you're seeking money, if you're looking for new career opportunities, what this means is that there's somebody in your life that is either like that best friend or nostalgic, like somebody that you might have had a childhood connection with that has potential to partner with you, or financial success, career paths and opportunities. So for you, I would say look for somebody that's coming out of the blue, or somebody that wants to partner with you or go into business with you, because there is financial opportunity in working with this person. And I am getting that it's a female.
Interesting. We will do one more. Let's see who the
Okay.
lucky person is. Christina, career and money card, please.
Okay, let's make it a good one, Christina. Ooh, hello. 10 of Pentacles. This is as good as it gets in terms of finances. This is like so much money that there's inheritance money and legacy money and financial stability, to where you don't even have to pay attention and worry about money and balance your checkbook. You've just got a healthy abundance of money, and that the money doesn't define you, that you aren't ruled by money. You're not somebody that's superficial or that needs to impress others through money. So 10 of Pentacles, you are very financially strong and well off in this life.
Awesome. Thank you, Marin, for another wonderful live. We always love having you. I know all of people that are here really appreciate the time you take to answer their questions, and I highly encourage everyone that's watching, go right now. The description has the link in it. Click on the link and start trying to get some appointments in for tomorrow. And Marin, thank you for joining us today. And I hope everyone has a great rest of your night.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye.